Welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to talk to you about myself, my family, my city, and other important things for me. Now, let's start. My full name is Ana Daniela Caicedo Duarte. I'm 30 years old. I was born in Acacias, born the present. I live here in Villavicencio city where I work. I'm a primary school teacher. For this reason, I work in a school. Now let me tell you about my city. My city is Villavicencio. Villavicencio is a beautiful city. It's called the La Puerta del Llano, and it is the capital of the department of Meta. It is known by the Joropo, a typical dance of the region, by the coleo that represent the war of the Llano, and by the mamona, one of the typical food of the Llano. Now let me tell you about my hobbies. I have some hobbies that I really enjoy. For example, I love listening to music all the time. I love eating fast food with my boyfriend, my family, or my friends. In my free time, I enjoy surfing the internet, and I like to play volleyball too. Now it's time to mention about my positive and negative qualities. I consider that one of my positive qualities is knowing how to listen. I always try to pay attention and listen well when someone's talk to me. You know. Also, I know to shut up when I must do it, and I can have control over my emotion. But I also have some negative qualities. For example, not believing in my abilities. So sometimes I have low self esteem. Now it's time to talk about my daily routine. Let me tell you that my daily routine is really heavy. For example, I usually get up at 4 a.m. in the morning. Next, I wash my face and brush my teeth. Then I usually make my breakfast, at 5 5 a.m. I take a shower and then I get dressed. After I have breakfast, and next I brush my teeth again. At 6 a.m. I go to my job because my job start really early. At half past 6 start my job. For this reason, I try to be really early in my job. From 11 to 1 p.m. I usually have lunch, and then I go back to my to my to my work until 5 p.m. I get dressed at 5:30. Then I take a shower and I relax on my bed, because I am really tired for my job. At 6:30, I clean my house after I made the dinner. And my boyfriend and I have dinner at 8 p.m. Then I usually watch TV or do my homework. Finally, I go to my bed at 11 p.m. On the weekend, I usually go to visit my parents because I don't live with them. I also sometimes go to the cinema with my boyfriend and my friends. I often go to church on Sunday. I think that it's really important to go to the church. Now I am going to talk to you about my mother. My mother is the most important person in my life. Her name is Riela. She's 53 years old and she's a housewife. She's a beautiful and tall woman. My mother has green eyes and black hair. She's a fun She's a fun, kind, and charming person. My mother is very empathic and she doesn't like to wait. Now I am going to talk to you about some experience. One of the experience that made feel happy was when I graduate as a elementary school teacher. My parents were really really proud of me and I couldn't believe it because I have worked really hard for this for this. And I remember that I have I have at an event and that event. I was 11 years old. My pet died. That day was very hard for my family because our pet was another member of the family and we couldn't believe he was dead. It was really sad for us. mm, After now let me tell you about my dreams or my future plans. After graduation, I hope to get a good job as an English teacher in a public school. I will also work very hard to get my own house. I dream of marrying a good man, a man who has loves God about all times. All things. I also dream of having two children who I will love and care for with all my heart. Now it's all for today. Goodbye.